Thanks.
So Tommy,
The what?
I'll get over the what is it called when you're around, famous people and people
Starstruck.
You're starstruck. Yeah, there you go.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So
It's 5 o'clock.
Tommy has talked obviously a lot about you, but we haven't really dove in deep. We are looking at building a couple different funnels, and
let me grab a. Last time I got to grab paper.
Please.
I feel disabled without my notes.
Sure, go ahead. Okay, and where do you typically like to start from?
Bro, here's how I roll. Like, I'll help with whatever I can, whatever's in here. But so what do you do? Tell me about yourself. You work with Tommy or?
Yeah, so my background is I work for Trump. I was the first guy hired by Trump down in Iowa.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I had like 8 months with him on the ground. I flew on the big Trump plane and everything. So I'll have to send you. I'm not shitting you. I'll send you this.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. No, I had the opportunity because of a relationship. I spent like 20 years. 25 years in political work, and a good friend of mine, there he is.
There he is. If you leave, you can't get back in. What's up, bad boy? Sorry, bro. What's up, Tommy?
How are you? It looks like you've been lifting a few weights lately. Look at you. Attaboy. The guns are back. The guns are back.
No. They're not back, bro. They're not back. They're healthy. I'm on not to go off track here, but I'm on over 10 months, bro. Clean.
Holy.
I know.
Attaboy. God, I'm gonna have to try that myself someday.
Yeah, but a year's good for me. I can't wait to restart.
Good for you. Good for you.
Is this a dopamine detox?
Yeah,
I just want to reintroduce it with some control.
Yeah.
I had to clean out the whole system for a year.
Well, I think you're absorbing so much new data and so much information too. I mean, a whole reset's an important thing. And it looks like the platforms that you're attacking right now is like a totally completely different space, different modality altogether. And in order for you to do what you normally do, which is master it, and people are moving into these platforms faster than they were before. So for you to dominate it like you normally do, you do have to have all of you there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
With the little brain cells I have to maximize.
Yeah. Attaboy.
Yeah. Okay. So here, what I usually do is I just open the floor. I shouldn't have cut in. I just haven't seen my boy in a while.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. He's Tommy and I. So I had that experience, and then I finished, and I spent in 2016, as the campaign was middle of the campaign, I got reintroduced to a friend who owned a direct network marketing company. And he said, look, I want you to come on and be one of my corporate guys. I said, well, I'm going to finish up with Trump. I did. I had my options from DC. I chose not to. I was raising 2 boys at the time. So I went and became part of the corporate team at a company. And that's where I met Tommy. And, everybody, so I'm corporate, and Tommy is like, he's on the cover of all of our magazines, he's, and so it was so funny because our owner was like starstruck with Tommy too, right? Here he is, a big musclehead guy. And so that's kind of the image that I set in place there. And he and I worked together, but on a very, very much a corporate field kind of relationship. And so here within the last 6 months, another project came up. I left that company about a year ago, and about 6 months ago, another project came up in the same space in the industry. And I said, I'm not interested in corporate, but I would love to be in the field. And things, as they turned out, Tommy and I are on the same team. We're partnered. We said, look, who wouldn't want to partner with this guy? And so that's where we are. So we're talking about a lot of things. We're putting together our systems, everything from saying hello to, what are you doing for order fulfillment, all that kind of stuff, all the business. Yeah. So, and part of this was him thinking out loud. He said, look, I've got this buddy. He started describing you. I went online, checked you out, and I was like, wow, this is exactly, it's different. And I hadn't spent any time in this industry. It's always been like, make your list, make your phone call, make your phone call, So I'm looking for different systems, and this really fit in nicely. So Tommy, back to you, buddy. That's what I wanted to throw out there. That's where we are. We're looking at this. We think that this could be something that would, be, thousands of people.
Worthwhile, worth the time.
What is it? Is it a network marketing company you guys are involved in?
Yeah. So essentially, well, this is where we're sitting. Chris is in his first build per se. So he's done corporate for a long time. In his first build, I think that because of his Trump background, because of his corporate background, that we could, if we make use of that background and find a way to display it properly, it's going to turn into a giant fishing lure, right? He doesn't have the long list of people that he's built with over the last 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. So his list is shorter that way. But if there was anybody out there that's brandable and has a story, if you could, the importance for me, I guess, and it's the timing for me was good too. I let all of everything I built back in like Valentis go at the end of New Eugen. I hit my little peak of doing what we do, branding ourselves, being an entity out there that people could see everything. And I think my heart got crushed when I hit the top rank in a company fast, and I was holding off on like magazines were wanting me to do that. You would talk to me and you're like, look, this is your time. You just hit the top of a company in 4 months. You need to show the world and toot your horn about it. This is what you're supposed to do. And I remember talking about it, and I wanted to, but I just kept on feeling, I was like, maybe I'll wait till a little bit more money comes in, a little bit more momentum, and I can bring people. And then all of a sudden the company itself fell. So I lost that. And because of, missing that opportunity, I think I let my little flame, flicker and die too. Like I didn't post on Instagram for 2 years. I haven't done a video in 2.5 years. So Chris and I are sitting in a situation where, we found, the perfect company. The owner is one of our best friends. The guy is a beast. Google, the coolest guy in Canada, that's the owner, right? So he's an SEO god. Sold Google to Google. He's created $1 million listing, launched with 20 products that just were stellar. Like the company's perfect. So for us I didn't want to emerge publicly, globally, publicly, or out into the scene until I knew how I could do it and follow through with nothing but magic and gold. You know what I mean? And right now I'm in very much the same place as Chris is, trying to figure out how it is, we have an idea of what our personality is or who we want to brand ourselves as. It's just a matter of, if you're going to put an effort into doing it there, I would like to do it right. And I know that you're a master at that, right? There's no use going out and doing anything if you're going to do it half-assed. I'd rather, take the time to build up and even plan out what's going to be my next month or two of, like one of the things I loved about, I was trying to explain to Chris, the thing I discovered about you is why some of your lives were so amazing, because your lives weren't really alive. It was a live broadcast that was recorded, and then all of a sudden you rebroadcasted it live, and because I was like, man, how the fuck is he so smart? He's answering questions, and people are in there in the comments, and I'm like, I can't even see his little hands go. Like,
that's back in the old days.
Yeah, man.
I've evolved a lot.
Oh, I know, and you've evolved way beyond that. But even that alone was so innovative. Right? And it was the right thing to do when you were doing the Facebook pixelations and you were just slaying your list. Like, there's one thing to get out there and put in effort to get people to look at you or see you. I want to do that in a way where people can't look away. But at the same time, I want to figure out a way for Chris and I to do what you've done. Like the biggest thing you were telling me before, and you were right, I couldn't see it. You're getting all these people to look at you, but what are you doing with that, right? Like you can only talk or reply to a couple of them. You're not collecting data. You're not making your list at all, bro. You know, and you said that over and over again. You're doing a total and complete disservice to the
Waste
effort
of time,
you're putting in.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a waste
You're the
of
only person
time.
that's ever, you're the only person that ever told me that, but you were right.
Like I look at my days now, and I'm never there. It's important to not have to be there. We'll go through this, but I do have some questions. We'll keep going.
So essentially, what we'd like to figure out and learn, and then, I mean, obviously, personally want to deploy it, make it work, and then prove it. And then because we're in a company where, you know, it's our best friend and he'll allow us influence into anything like that, if we can prove it out, I trust you enough that we would bring that to your business, right? And I think,
bro. I'm telling you, I gotta keep telling you this. I'm here to help you guys as best as I can, but I'm 100% retired. No, I don't. I'm done.
You don't have anything at all. What's going on with TikTok?
When I say I'm retired, I mean, I'm not looking to make any more money. That's been taken care of. I do have income streams that are working. They're working. I'm like, but why would I say that? We'll see. It's only because if there's anything I can do for you, I'll do it. And it's going to be free. But I'm not at all looking to increase my work or start working again. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay, well, I always like to offer whatever I can, right? But I'm in no way, shape, or form taking the foot off the gas when I'm going to poke at you and try and learn, because I want to. In order for,
I'll give you a solid plan today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want to learn, and I think, I mean, from what I've seen from you doing with TikTok seems like if we're going to put effort anywhere, I'm going to do some video production. For us, the video production thing is, I like the idea. Imagine this: you got Chris's background, my background, and the first video I want to put out with us, like just video, not TikTok, is literally the boots on the ground, right? From his point of view to my point of view.
Do you want to sell more stuff? Like what's the end goal? Because
end goal is people.
Don't let my actions today distract you. I do TikTok because it's fun. I'm retired. Some people look at what I do and they're like, will I be like a multi-millionaire if I do what he does? What you see and what actually happens in my business are completely different. So this is why we're going to get to the source. But I need to know what you want to do. Do you want to make money? I'm guessing, right, guys?
So there's two parts to it. So one, make money through connectivity, right? So the back end stuff that you're talking about, 100%. The other part that may not seem income producing, but I still want to master is the TikTok type stuff, because I want to be able to brand us in a way where we're noticed, right? We're seen, and when we're seen, it's something that's professional. You know what I mean? Even if it is just fun on TikTok, I still want something that people go, hey, there's that guy, right? And I mean, that's the one thing that you did really well of. I couldn't get rid of you, right? Everybody's like, wow, this guy's popping up fucking everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about, but he's pretty funny, and I see him every fucking where I go. Well, eventually people ask, and it doesn't matter what business you're selling then, because you don't have to go push it. I don't want to be in a position where I'm chasing people. I'd rather be in a position where I'm just creating a following, or people that are tuning in, and eventually those relationships turn into the same question. What are you doing for money? Here's what I do for money, right? If it's for you, if it is, if it's not, that's good. We carry on. We're still friends. We're still supporting each other in a digital world.
What's your company? What's your MLM? What's the niche?
Newtonic wellness.
Newtonic.
And it's nutritional stuff?
Yes, wellness.
Wellness, beautiful. So it's an MLM. So I'm guessing there's two things you want to do: is sell more, get more customers, and get more reps, right?
Yes.
Because if I know the end goal, we work backwards. We want to sell, we want to get more customers, and we want to get more reps, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we want to accomplish. Therefore, we're going to work backwards. Instead of like thinking of TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and working them to doing certain things, we know the result is to sell more stuff, correct? We know that now, right? So what we need to do is build a list for that niche. That's the first thing, an email list. Because when you get an email list for that niche, Thomas and Chris, you start collecting leads, and it's extremely easy to do now. It's something I've specialized early on. Once you start collecting leads in that niche, emails specifically, we can talk about pixels as well if they just land on your page. Because what I do is I get people to land on a page, a specific page. I might as well say it all here, then we can dive deeper. If they land on my page and it's got an email form on my page, on that page, I've got 6 pieces of code in the code. It's very simple. I got the G tag, so I could show myself in their Gmail fucking inbox. I show them myself on their YouTube searches. I show myself on their Google searches. I show up on their Pinterest because I got the Pinterest tag. I show up on their LinkedIn because I got the Insight tag. And I show up on their Facebook. And all that code is in the page. It's very simple code. I'll show you how to get it. Once you put that in there, they don't need to enter their email and they cannot unsubscribe. So if they just go pick on my page and go away, they're going to see my face till the day they die, as much as I want to, and I can say what I want. So if they don't enter the email, it doesn't matter, because when I show myself in their if they land on my page one time, okay, they could land there from TikTok. Then they log into their Gmail and they see me. They're like, what the fuck? Then they go on their LinkedIn and there I am again. And they go, so in their ecosystem, I'm super famous. They think I'm everywhere, when in reality, I've just taken over their ecosystem, their space. So by seeing me over and over and over again, that's when I put out 6 life videos. Well, there's a ratio, 6 videos of value with no call to action. So for example, one of the benefits of your product would be what? Losing weight, would that be one of them?
Yes.
I just use that. So what I do is you break down 7 benefits that your product does. Now here's the trick. Without mentioning the company or the product, you want to make a video with a solution that's general. So losing weight is generalized. So if you went on Google, how to lose 7 pounds in 7 days, an answer that's available on the internet, just something very general. The purpose of those videos is so that when they see you, wherever you put yourself, they say, holy shit, I like that Tommy guy or that Chris guy, or who's that guy? I keep seeing him, and what he said made a lot of sense. Now here's the trick, another trick. They're not going to take any action before 6 or 7 exposures. And we're separating ourselves as human beings because time is money. We don't need to call people anymore. We're in 2021. With those videos, over time, they're going to see you more and more and more giving value. And 1 video out of 8 will be a call to action. In that call to action, you're going to do a giveaway in terms of a PDF, gift cards are good, whatever you have to do to get their email, just their email. No company mentioned at this point either. Once you get their email, you have your auto. Is it making sense, the flow so far? You with me?
Yes.
Once you get their email, you're golden, because in your autoresponder, you have pre-written autoresponders. And in those autoresponders, you can pitch your company all day long, and they're already pre-set up. So that's how this rolls. And if I join a company, well, when I join a company, or whenever I do anything at all, and I'm selling something, whether it's affiliate stuff, I always do this first. Because you were mentioning Valentis. How many people were on your team? About?
Valentis? I don't know, a lot. Okay. I should know this, but I don't remember because I've been there for 3 years, bro.
It's okay, because I mean, before I was the entry point,
yeah,
I built teams of tens of thousands. Like look at Lavelle Thrive, 11,000 people, and then a little conflict, like it always happens. And I said, I'm packing it in. I'm not taking this shit, young guy, all egotistical, right? So I just kind of like walked away and I'm like, I'm going to start over. And the next time I did it, it was completely different because I got their emails. Now it's up to me what I want to show them. So I'm literally building my email list before I put them in the MLM. So if you did something like that in anything you do, you're going to nurture them throughout the year, throughout the week. And the most powerful thing is to take about four of your 7 posts and just talk about yourself because you become the currency then, Tommy or Chris. People start liking you. And the more authentic you are about what you're doing, kind of like you do, bro. I see you on your Facebook Live. You're like, when I get pissed off, I get pissed off. I go, this fucking company pissed me off. I get in trouble for it. I try to tone it down a little bit. And as I go through my journeys, I'm like, I've had it. I'm looking for something else. Any ideas, anyone? And then my freaking inboxes go crazy. And I collect data too. And I'm just like, what's good? And then when I choose a company or whatever I'm doing next, I go, we're meeting this Friday. It's like that because I'm collecting emails, they're buying into me, the person, and you become the currency. So when you join a company or you go somewhere, you got power, yo. It's different. It's like they look at you like, we can't have him leave. Or your value, your stock, your personal stock goes up because you own all these are your people and you're showing them the things. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's very powerful because if you want to have a webinar run or if you have somebody you want to introduce a new product or a lot of people are just hanging out in your email list, as long as you keep filling those emails, they'll just grow and grow and grow. And people that don't unsubscribe from your email list, it means wrong time, wrong place, wrong whatever. But if you keep throwing in those calls to action, join us now. I've seen your videos a lot. You're very enthusiastic. You're going to get some of these people, you're going to get them at the right time on the right day. They may have had a bad day at work and they're like, this is it. I'm coming in now. Because there's nothing more dreadful or exhausting than trying to get one person and they say no. And because psychologically, they're not going to say yes the first time. If they do, it's an exposure thing. And that's exhausting as a human being to do. But that's the way it works. So it's much better to get their email and have them in those autoresponders. And if they unsubscribe, good. They were tire kickers anyways. You just save your energy and everything. So,
we already know. Culling.
Does the flow make sense?
No, I like the idea. I mean, it's essentially what we do. Like I build CRM programs and funnel systems for auto leads. And it's a lot the same because by the time that I've actually got somebody calling out, I've already qualified them and they've got the right credit ratings, they've got the money. It's nows that they actually want to take it and make a purchase. So I'm not wasting my time, reaching out and never getting no's. I'm essentially only responding to people that are in a hot market already. I've just not been able to figure out how to do it.
Watch how simple it is.
For this business.
Watch how simple it is. Do you have an autoresponder account with, I don't care, Aweber or?
Aweber. I signed up for one, yes.
Okay, here's what you do. Set up a list. Go set up a list, call it Newtonics, right? Call it Newtonics. That is your, picture that like that's your bank account. Don't worry about the money coming in with signups. Picture your Newtonics list in your Aweber as your bank account. So what you want to do is, there's a couple of things you want to do. Okay, it could be as simple as this, Tommy, because everyone uses the word funnel this, funnel that, funnel this. It's not that complicated. If you do a video, Tommy, if we're going to go at complete base of what I'm saying. The
Mhm.
the simple road, then we could get more complex, but it doesn't get more complex. The only thing that gets more complex is the amount of traffic I send to that video. And that's, I use native ads, and I use Facebook ads. We can talk about that if you want. But if you have a video where you're sharing your passion and you're saying, if you want to know more, click the link in the description. For some reason, those words, like that series of words works really well.
It works really well. Yeah.
Just click the link in the description. Click the link in the description. Click the link in the description, because you could do cross platforms. It's not click the button. You don't say go up here, go down here. It'll pop up everywhere. Click the link in the description and get your free 7-step, the 7 things, the 7 reasons why you are not losing any weight in these hard times of COVID. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Everything's important. So that's maybe has nothing to do with Newtonics, but that doesn't matter. It's a wellness. You cover the wellness niche. So these are people who want to lose weight. So when I said think of a benefit that your product does, you're going to find 7 of them. More energy may be one of them. So then you would say, you know, you want to start off with a story. If you look at my content, I go, I woke up this morning and I could not get my ass out of bed. I was dragging out of bed. I go, I found out 3 things that I changed immediately, and I couldn't believe it. I'm jumping out of bed right now. Click the link in my description, and there's a PDF right there. See how
And
quick
relatable. That's relatable. I like
See
that.
how quick that was? This is a short video. I put that up on Facebook. You're going to get conversions to your list. You have to stop thinking about making the sale into Newtonics. Get them on your AWeber list. So here's how you do that. You've got your list called Newtonics and AWeber. Simple. And AWeber accounts $50-$60 a month. I think up to 10,000 emails, 10,000 people. That's a good launch. I mean, you could build that. You're only paying $50 a month. So if you look at the costs, it's not rocket science at this point. Go into your AWeber menu and go to Build Page. Build Page. Make it this extremely simple for you guys, because you do not need to go get lead pages. You do not need to get anything. Go to AWeber, Build Page, upload your image, keep it neutral. What you can do, since you can have as many as you want, if you're putting up a PDF with 3 ways to get energy, 5 foods you should not eat, just upload a cool image for the background that's congruent with what you're saying. So if you're talking about more energy, put someone, the more painful the image is, actually, here's a trick for you. The more painful it is, like the need to avoid pain is a greater motivator to take action than the need to gain pleasure. So instead of saying, get more energy, you'll feel great, say, if you don't get more energy, the girls are going to think you're a slob, or you'll never get the girl you dreamed of. Or that's just like, you're targeting to single people. That's a good one too. So, but in general, make it painful. Have somebody who looks tired at their desk as the background image on your capture page, instead of somebody with a lot of energy.
What kind of page is this?
It's AWeber. It goes, just go in your AWeber. You build a list called Newtonics. Step 1, build that list. When you have that list up there, you want to put, are you in AWeber now? I think it says build page. Well, you'll see it. It's obvious. There's 2
So
options.
it's all connected to Facebook and all, though. Like it's just a separate.
Not at all. No, not connected to Facebook. Here's what happens. In your Facebook video, you put the link to the video you're putting, because in the video, you say, click the link in the description. And when they click the link in the description, that goes to your AWeber page, fancy schmancy page, where they enter their email. Okay? And now in your emails in AWeber, you want to pre-write a good 20 of them. And there you could pitch like a madman. You could say, we started a company, come to a webinar. If you want to go really, I'm going to give it all to you right here, okay? I mean, you can say this.
You said something, what, 20? I'm sorry, you said 20? You want to create 20 what?
20 autoresponders.
Okay, 20 auto.
Yeah. So I have them all built in. So if anyone subscribes to any of my lists tomorrow, they get a message saying, "Hi, I'm Mark. I was homeless once and I clawed my way." I start off with a get to know you to warm them up. And then I filter them out right away if they unsubscribe. Then well, for me, it's a variety of things. I sell a lot of shit. Like, I won't lie to you. Every third email, I'm selling something. Always. Because it works. You know, I'll say two things about, what are my things? Like, one of my blog posts is, that's working really well right now, is I made $1 million at 21 years old and blew it all by 23 on. Like, that's just me being real. But then they're like, that's a really good one, because they're like, this dude is friggin' nuts. Like, he's real, he's authentic. And when they go to that video, they latch on. And I've only noticed that because you can see the open rates, right? And then I'll do another one that says, what are the pitches I have? Well, I sell a lot of digital courses that are pre-built, for example. Like, I've got digital courses, but if I want to sell something, like I sold a Tony Robbins book, for example, just for the affiliate commission, and just one email was like $30,000. And it has nothing to do with the book itself. It's an awesome book. It helped me a lot. You guys can pick it up. My affiliate link is here. And because it's my people, I could switch it up as much as I want. But the autoresponders, I would put some autoresponders of your company, whatever it is your pitch, whatever it is you tell people, tell me when you meet them. It's an opportunity, ground floor, top of the distribution channel, more energy. If you do a story in your emails, here's a little bit of email marketing. This is important, actually. To increase your open rates, you have when you open up your inbox, you decide whether you want to open that email or not, right? You have two subject lines right there. You have two opportunities. What I mean by that is you have your subject line, and then the first line of text in your email, you can see it without opening it.
Yeah.
People fuck this up. They
Yeah.
just don't know. So what you want to do, you don't want to say, "Hey, this is Mark, it's Tuesday." And then you don't want to start off with like, "Mark here, it's Tuesday." Like, don't do that. You continue it, because your only goal in your email is to get the person to the next line, to the next line. If you see my emails now, I'm saying a story for the first 3 lines. Like, I woke up and I wanted to, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
and I go dot, 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 next line, dot, 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 next line, dot, 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 and then whatever I want them to do.
Yeah.
What's the best thing, guys? The best thing to do is invite them to something you're about to do, and then close them. Like, instead of saying, "Come into my company, buy my product," you see me do this all the time. Any of my videos now, any of my emails, I rarely sell in the email. I say, "This Friday, 8 o'clock, limited seating, opportunity of a lifetime," but I get them to show up at a webinar that I'm doing on Friday. And in that webinar, it's a lot easier and more rewarding. You know what we do in that? What I used to do is we go up to people and we sell them on the idea, the vision, the product. We want to partner up with them, essentially, is what we want to do. When you do that to a room of 50 people, or even 10 people, or 30 people, you're doing the same thing, whether you're doing it to one person or many people. So instead of doing it every freaking day to different people, do it once a week and get more people to show up that one time. So far, so good. You with me? So all of your emails could say, "P.S. this Friday, P.S. this Friday." Don't put the date, put "this Friday," because it doesn't matter when they pop into your autoresponders. It's this Friday. So every Friday, what's going to happen is you're going to start with maybe 10 people, 20 people. The Friday after that, 50 people, because a lot of people are going to see it and they're going to be like, I don't want to go to your thing on Friday. But then after a week or 2 weeks, you know what? I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this. Maybe I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this guy throwing in value every now and again. And you could broadcast, which is important. If you stick with trends going on in the world, super powerful. If you see something like the vaccine shit there, you were saying, just write out an email. Say, these are my thoughts. And, you know, storytell, do what you do. And by doing that, they're going to be like, it's always saying this Friday, this Friday. People are going to go to this Friday on different Fridays. So what you've just done there is, instead of calling a ton of people all the time and using up your valuable time, because time is like, I protect my friggin' time nowadays, you're just doing one presentation every Friday. And if people contact you and say, I want to know more, or what is it you're doing? What do you say? Come this Friday. You with me? So it becomes a Friday thing for you. Now, I will go the extra step because we've come this far, but is that kind of clear so far what's going on?
100%.
Okay, now I will throw the kicker. Not the kicker, the bonus. Because I literally, like, oh, by the way, we're good for another 25 minutes, so we're good. I scheduled our time because I know you like to ramble. I'm at a point right now, guys, where what's more important to me than money, I'm good with money. What's more important to me than anything is my time. My time. So I don't even, since just recently, well, maybe 2 years now, instead of having the Friday webinar, I pre-recorded to look live. Remember when you said I used to make my videos look live when I wasn't really there?
Yeah.
Well, I've mastered that in webinar with the fake chat and all that shit. So when people, it's crazy. I think I got the best system for it right now. It's Webinar Jam. I pre-populate the fucking chat. So when I'm talking, I'm going, hey Bobby, how's it going? Where are you guys from? And it's like, I'm from Tennessee. I'm like, how's Tennessee today? So I'm like, this is advanced though. Like I actually do it. Like when I pre-record, this is advanced, but still, I'm going to tell you how I could like.
How are you populating the chat coming from a fake account or?
No, here's how it works. Now we're getting advanced. You guys understand the general concept, right?
For sure.
So just to be clear at this point, having people show up, spending your time on content, sending them to a PDF, collecting emails, creating videos is a lot easier than talking to people. Creating videos and doing one Friday webinar, right off the bat, you're better than 99% of marketers out there, right? Just with that. Because you show up on Friday and you got new people all the time. Most marketers would kill for that. Like they can't even get like 50 people on their presentation. No, people are not going to do the work for you. You know this already. You may have a couple of people that are going to work in your organization, but if you want shit to happen, you got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Like some of them will pop, but come on, let's be real. You're responsible. So by doing this, you've got at least people in the seats. So then you're freaking motivated, correct, to do the presentation, right?
Yeah.
So right there, you're ahead of the game. The only thing you got to work on is sending more traffic to your video because Facebook and that doesn't do nothing. You got to do paid ads if you want to drive traffic to the video, to the PDF. Like right now, I'm doing, just right now, to give you an idea, 3,000 leads a day I get right now. 3,000, 4,000, some days 5,000. You can't do that on social media. It's impossible. Even I have 130,000 TikTok followers, not even touching that. So I got to do paid ads and scale those, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the traffic part. But the guts of it, I shared with you. Now you can fine tune that. You got to get traffic there. I use ads for that. That's another little skill on its own. But even if you were not using ads and you were not using an automated webinar, even if you were not, you're still ahead of the game, right? You're focused on collecting emails and making videos. Once you set up your Aweber and you have a link to send people to and make a crazy little PDF, you find, just make a PDF that they download. It's super easy. Once you have that set up, it'll take you the weekend. Then all you got to focus on is putting out the content and putting out videos. And at the end of every video, say, click the link in the description for, and then whatever that capture page is going to, get more energy. How I get more energy to stop feeling so tired in these COVID times or whatever. Or if you're
how do they log into your webinar on Friday? So it's going to be on Aweber. If that's the link that they're going to.
Okay, we understand the shell of it, right? What's going on? Now we're going to find, it's like now we've created a Ferrari. That's the Ferrari. Now if we know how to drive that Ferrari, we're winning Grand Prix. So we have the Ferrari, the machine's there. Now, if you really want to drive it and drive it well, automated, let's start with the presentation. That would be a Zoom, traditionally speaking, just like this, okay? 50 people show up, they're all there, you do your presentation. If people are showing up from your email list, if people are showing up on this Friday thing, you're going to get a 20% sign up all the time. And then you could say, get your people to invite people to the Friday webinar. Like you can extend to that because you're doing a Friday thing. It'll be kind of a branded thing. People will know every Friday. Then you could think out of the box with your team and say, invite everybody. And in your webinar, because what I do is I say, sign up here, click here, go here, hit distributor, join the company group. There's your leader, contact them. So when I set this up with the company, I don't do, like I'm not present. They join, they get plugged into the group. That's all automated. But if you're building in person, well, then you wouldn't say, click here. You would say, get with the person who invited you here. So then you could tell your whole team about this tool. And for your team, from a building standpoint, it's a lot easier to get Sally from Nebraska, who's too shy to sell to people. It's a lot easier to get her to invite to a webinar than it is for her to get her into Nutanix. So now you're going to start getting duplication. So the only thing you're going to be doing is still doing the Friday Zoom. You'll have to upgrade your account. Like this one holds 500, this Zoom. So you just pay Zoom. It's an extra $50. Then you can go 500 on the Zoom. And I mean, the possibilities become endless after that. Like you could use your imagination after that, but you wouldn't be able to do this unless you had the Ferrari that I just explained. Making sense?
So with your, with the webinars that you do on Friday, where does it, at that point, where does it sit? Do you leave it on multiple platforms to be found again, or?
Here's where the Zoom that I told you of, is that part clear? The non-automated, that's clear, right? You have a Zoom link in your email that says this Friday at 8 p.m. If that's in your emails, all you got to do is turn on your Zoom every Friday, and people will be like, oh, that part's clear.
Automatically, right? Within Zoom, it runs that for you. And you
no, we're not talking automated here.
Okay.
But that part, we have to understand the non-automated before we get into the automated.
That's not automated. Okay.
So the not automated, we all understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay. The automated is a whole different skill set. I will tell you what it is. I'll tell you exactly how I do it. But keep in mind, it is a skill set. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. Tell me what you think. I use a program called Webinar Jam. It's made to upload pre-recorded videos. And it also has a chat. So when people show up on your pre-recorded video and they start chatting, they're going to see themselves. I don't want to go too overcomplicated, but I could pre-populate the chat. Fake. You with me?
It's brilliant. It's brushing effect. It makes you look big and it excites people. And because they're like, oh, shit, there's people here.
So, and a couple of things. You can adjust the number that are on live right now, and you could adjust it so it has a natural up and down curve. of a natural webinar. So you'll see like 120 people, 121, 128, then it'll go down to 126, 124. You adjust that, and it's called the natural attendee curve. So as people are on, it doesn't just stay at 120. It goes up and down. So people.
It's called webinar what?
Webinar Jam.
Jam.
Yeah, EverWebinar. EverWebinar is a component of Webinar Jam. We'll go into the details in a sec if you want to, but I want to just tell you the whole picture here. So I upload a video. I could pre-populate the chat to make it look as live as possible. And here's what I've mastered. I've mastered the art of making something look live when it's not. You know this from back in the day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now I brought it to a whole other level. So here's what I do. I'll be like this. I'll be like alone in my office. I have to take out the acting chops. I know you're an actor. You understand what I'm saying. So I'll be like this. I'll be like, hey, happy Friday, everybody. What's up? I see Kathy. I see George. I see whoever. And I start saying names.
Yeah.
Not written down. I just make them up as I go. I go, oh, George, where are you guys from? Oh, I see New York. I just do it. And then once I've done it all, I go, oh, George is joining us tonight. Who's in? And at the end, I go, who's in? I go, George is joining at the Silver Pack. Let's all give George a hand. That's right. So I do that whole recording, and then I rewatch my recording at home, and I go at 1 minute 20, I say, hi, George. I write it all down. Well, I type it all out. At 3 minutes and 84 seconds, George says he's from Tennessee. And so I write all the times. Then I go into the software, and you get to type in the person's name and what they say at whatever times. It's a lot of work. Well, awesome. So when you rewatch it, if you go to like my TikTok webinar, I've got 3 happening live every day. They're running every day live. If you were to go, let me show you. Let me share my screen. Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. So if people go right here. Okay, I'm going to take a piss. I'll be right back, okay?
All right, we'll watch. I love this. Fuck, you're awesome. What the fuck?
Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
Okay, we're watching. Oh, God, I was just thinking about being able to populate.
Yeah, you're going to freak out. You're going to freak out when you see this. This is why when people say, they say, do you want to make more money? I'm like, I'm good. Like, just, I don't slow. This is how you make millions, tens of millions per year. It's ridiculous. It's because it scales. You're never there. All you're doing is, if you have an ad that works, sends people to your email list, you know at the end of the day, I put in $100 in ads. I made $300 at the end of it all. I'm going to put 10 grand in ads. You see what I'm saying? It scales.
Yeah.
That's how you make $1 million a day, bro. I'm just saying it's not hard work once you have it set up. People, so you ready to be blown away?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the whole funnel. It's not complex. What I do right now is I send people to my blog, but sending people to this is outside. On my blog, I have a video and it sends them to one of my live events, okay? So it goes attend some of Marc's live events, and I have strong calls to action, but I also have ads that go to these. So live events starting soon, okay? I'm going to go to the TikTok one because right now this is making fucking multiple 7 figures per year right now. So if they go here, this is what they see. See how it says starting in 9 minutes at the bottom?
Yeah.
I'm going to click play. So if you guys see this all, your brains will start going. I promise you. You probably won't be able to sleep tonight. So they go here. And remember, this is coming from an autoresponder. I get their email first. And in every email, I say, come to instead of saying every Friday, I say I do these 3 times a day. Watch. Make sure you can hear my sound. Here we go. I hate TikTok, but I love TikTok. TikTok is like a drug, and you have 2 choices. You can be the addict or you can be the dealer. The addict, TikTok audience, will fall victim to their time being wasted, and they won't even realize it. The dealer, TikTok creator, will have the ability to influence help people, spread positivity, become famous, and yes, make tons of freaking money. So, which do you prefer? I prefer creator. I choose dealer. Only problem is your first 10,000 followers. Yep. If you have less than 10,000 followers, you are wasting your time creating content on TikTok. No one will ever see it. You'll be wasting your time, your energy, and even worse, you're going to think that your content is not good, which is not the case. The odds of your content going viral on TikTok are just as likely as getting hit by lightning. It happens, but very rarely. And if it does happen, it's extremely difficult to replicate that process and have it happen again. However, if you have 10,000 followers, your followers are going to push your content to the second or even possibly the third tier of TikTok, and then the TikTok algorithm is going to play in your favor. I don't care if you have a business, if you're trying to sell more stuff, if you want to spread your message, or simply if you want to have a large following for ego purposes. You need those initial 10,000 followers. I know how to do this, and I know how to get 10,000 followers in 10 days at the rate of 1,000 per day. I am hosting 3 live events every single day for absolutely free, where I'll teach you to get 10,000 followers in 10 days guaranteed. So join me by either tapping or clicking on the link in the description, or tapping/clicking on the register button on the registration page, assuming you're on that page right now. That button would be right at the bottom of the page. I'll see you in a bit. I got 3 of these to do per day. And oh yeah, one sec. If the times on the registration page do not work for you, simply come back to the registration page on a day that suits you, and the times are going to be updated automatically. The registration page address will always be 10kfollowersin10days.com, and the times will always be refreshed on that day. For the record, I brought my own TikTok account at The Wealthy Trainer on TikTok from 200 followers to over 10,000 in 10 days, and went on to pass 100,000 in only a couple of weeks, all using the strategies that I will teach you in this free live event that I'm hosting 3 times per day. So I will see you there. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or the register button on the registration page. See you there. Bye-bye. Okay, a couple of things to note, guys, is that you notice how you can imagine what you can do for your product in that format, right? Like this is for, I do this format, I make pain. I basically said you're wasting your time on TikTok if you're not taking this free webinar. That's the lesson here. Now look, see the times here? And I've also said click the link in the description or the button on the page, because I could use this for ads. That's what I use as my ad. So they may not see the button on the page. They'll click the link in the description and end up here, or in my autoresponder. Make sense so far?
Yes.
So right now, look, if I refresh this after 4 minutes, all these times update. That's Webinar Jam that does that. I'm going to go. Oh, shit. One is starting in 4 minutes. That's what everybody thinks. They're like, I'm hopping on this right now. Super powerful. It's called the just-in-time feature, which sets it up with their country time, because a lot of people are not going to show up on Friday. Let's be real. They're going to book it. But if it's right now, they're on the internet anyways. They're just going to go like this. Check it out. See how real this looks, eh? They're going to select a date. They could do one in 3 minutes, in 15 hours, or in 19 hours. Let's say they go to the one starting in 3 minutes. We're going to attend it right now, so you see what my chat looks like. Guess where this goes? This goes into my autoresponder. I just collected.
Wow.
So they go like this, okay? Now watch when they go here. A couple of things you may want to note. They go here, register. It goes, your unique webinar link is included below. So they could come in right away. You hear what I'm saying? Instead of you being live, I'm not live here. You guys are with me so far, right? I'm going to click that and check it out. Starts in 3 minutes. How cool
Oh,
is
wow.
how cool
So
is that?
they think that they're about to tune into you live. That just caught you, super excited, calling their friends. He's about to be live in 3 minutes.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, I have their focus. Now, again, this is the advanced way, automated. But we're going to wait 2 minutes there. We're going to see what it looks like. And you're going to see how even the pros, I've had professionals look at this and I go, try to find out if it's live or not. And they're like, I can't. You've covered all the bases. So I just want to show you what's possible because like I said, this is running as if I'm doing 3 per day. This is the intense way, okay? But you're going to see what it looks like. We got 2 minutes to wait. So if you have any questions, guys, so far.
And then, so how often do you freshen up the content that's in there?
I don't. This is right. This is an income stream.
Yeah.
This is like $1 million. Yeah. No,
So, because you wouldn't have to, essentially, because once they've already been there, you've already done your task. That email is now yours. And it doesn't matter if they came back.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is targeted to people on TikTok. This one, but this is how I build everything.
Yeah.
If I join an MLM, I'll be #1 in a week. I'm in the whole company simply because I use this method. The webinar would be tailored to get people in the MLM. Everything you saw would be tailored for whatever you're trying to do. You'd have to fill in those blanks.
Yeah.
But the blueprint. This is the blueprint. This is not a 7. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned 20 auto responders. Is that just because it gives more variety in the rotation?
Yeah, that's the reason you want to do that is because you want to get people to, you don't want to have commission breath. You don't want to always be pushing to show up at your webinar. Right. And you want them to get to know you a little bit. That's number 2. And number 3, you want to provide value in the wellness niche without targeting your product because you come off as a wellness guru of some sorts. Okay. So yeah, but the autoresponders, like I said, they go to your Friday meeting, but this is the next level up where it's automated. You'd have the same thing in your autoresponder, except it would go here instead of a Zoom. So when I'll just show you guys a little bit of the beginning so you see how the hard work of pre-programming that chat. And remember I said the attendee numbers? So we got 9 seconds. You guys excited to see me live? You guys, are you excited? We're all attending. We're all attending. Oh, there we go. It's going. And it's
we're attending you live together with you.
Yeah, this is my twin. My twin's doing a live right now. We're all watching him. So this is happening right now, guys. There's people every minute of every day buying my course. This thing comes in. I sell hundreds of courses per day. So this is always running. Like right now, as we're watching, there's people watching it too. They're all at like minutely different times, right? Because whenever they landed on the page. So it tells them this.
Hi, I'm getting big. I'm going to get big.
Look at the chat.
Let me take a breath. I'm a little nervous.
Look at the chat.
Let me throw out my gum. I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm going to put on
I'll let him play for a bit, but observe what's going on.
People, yo, it's our biggest turnout yet. Okay. Now
I'm acting, by the way. There's nobody there as I did this initially.
And get the lights on. I don't keep this on all day because all day and all night because we're doing 4 per day. I'm going to chill. Yo, you guys want some TikTok followers or what? Yeah, that's a bright light. So, how's that look? We good? We good? I think we're good. Hey, how's it going? Let me put the timer up and let me get in the little box at the bottom of the screen. You guys want some TikTok followers? Is that what you're here for? Yes, we're live, Marianne. How's it going, Marianne? Hilda, what's up? Tyler, Elmo. Where are you from? Where are you guys from? Houston, Texas. Elmo from Houston, Texas.
Look, I'm
What's
talking
up?
and it matches up with
How's
what
the
they're
hair?
saying.
Okay, you guys don't know me, so I go off the cuff a little bit, but I'll try to keep this one really short. I will take a breath because I'm doing so many of these per day. I think we're up to 4 of these per day. I'm teaching so many people how to get 1,000 TikTok
Check out the
followers
comments,
per
guys,
day.
as
Is
I'm
that what you
talking.
guys
It's
want?
freaky.
Is that why you're here? I hope so. So I'm going to go through a bunch of stuff.
Love the hair.
And I have all these
I
notes
love the comment. I love the hair.
where it's going to be quite structured. If you don't know me, you can
It's just
look me
blowing
up
up.
afterwards. I'm The Wealthy Trainer. You can go to thewealthytrainer.com. I'm not going to talk about myself today anytime on these TikTok webinars because all I want to do is teach you guys for free how to get 10,000 TikTok followers in 10 days because I did it. So I need to start a timer while you guys are coming in because I'm going to give you guys another 5 minutes to come in and then we go hard, okay? So I'm going to test my screen. I'll go like this, I'll go like this, I'll go like this, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm in the little corner, right? Okay, I see Pearly, I see Sharon, I see Roland, I see Millie, I see Luella, I see Ruben from Garland, Texas.
Now,
Where are you
guys,
guys
watch
from?
what
Tell
I
me where you're
do.
from.
I'm in the live.
Please.
Watch what
I
I
wanna see
do.
where you're
Watch what
from. Buffalo,
happens
New York.
when I
Shirley, how's
contribute
it
to the
going?
chat. Watch this.
Okay, I'm excited, guys, because this is it's the most direct training I've ever done. Now we have 4 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock.
I just put
I'm
down,
in the
hey,
little
hey,
corner,
hey, hey,
correct?
hey. Watch what
Can
happens.
you guys please let me know?
See the way it
Just
went
say
up in
yes
the
here in
chat
the
there?
little corner. And
See the way it
now
went
if
in
I go
there?
like this,
It went in there. So people
Yeah.
that
big again.
people that attend,
Now if I go like this,
I can't stop this either.
I'm
I
in the
can't
corner
pause it or
again,
nothing because
right?
it's live, right?
Please let me know in
Yeah.
the chat. We're
I
going
can't
to
mute it. I can't do
just in
anything.
a
So
sec. So how I went, well, let me
I can't
take
pause
myself
it. So,
off
and I can't
completely
mute it because
I
it's
want to read
live.
to
So
you
what I'll
guys
do is,
why you're here. I'm letting you know why you're here.
do you want me to stop it, guys?
There we go. I'm gone.
Let's watch a little more.
I'm reading the description.
Well, you know what? I'll stop it
At
'cause
the
I
bottom
can't, you can't.
of
There we go. Because you can't stop a live. That's how live it's made. You can't stop it. So
Yeah,
that are
that's
there-
actually my broadcasting right now.
what's that?
That's actually broadcasting right now. We just hopped on.
Oh yeah. Even if I'm not there, it's going. Like
So
so. Here's a couple of things. Just and then I know you'll have a lot of questions. A couple of things are the person who attends the chat can contribute to the chat like I just did, but the other people are not going to see that comment. Only they will. So if somebody says, this fucking sucks, you're a scammer, nobody will see that except themselves. Only if I approve it from my back office, because every day I go in my back office, there's thousands of new comments. I delete them all. But if there's good ones, like I just bought the course, I'm excited, I can approve those with time and delete the ones that I created. So over time, they're all real fucking people and real comments. Make sense?
wow,
It's fucking ninja, bro.
holy shit!
Like this year is going to be like an $11 million year, and I'm still living in this condo wearing fucking cutoffs. And that's why when people say, do you want to learn how to make more money? I'm like, no, just leave me alone. I'll help some friends of mine, but I don't even do coaching anymore. I'm busy doing nothing. I'm just, I don't,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Yeah, man. I mean, you're living. You're living.
You guys can ask as many questions as you want. I'll stay on for another half hour with you guys.
It's so what?
Your camera's off, eh, bro?
What's that? Yeah, I'm just running around the kitchen right now. My question is, how much time? So how many videos would you put up per week? Would you just keep the same ones there so you don't have to, like, how often do you have to make content?
I don't do that anymore, bro. I just run ads.
So let me go back to because I think there's a couple different things that I'm looking at here. I signed up for the Octo. I went and did the Octo where the 5,000 put in the Pitch Fest, and it
Yeah.
did the coupon. Okay, I've just listened to the first seminar. First seminar.
So you fell into another funnel of some kind, another.
Yeah, okay. And so I'm doing the first video, which is basically like just talking about it was talking about the level 1 video versus level 10 video. You did the difference was one is very personal. It's unedited.
Oh my God,
This
you've been consuming my content.
Yeah, well,
What's
right?
that? Well, what course is that? Content creators?
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to
Couple of things to keep in mind, Chris. I have like over the past 6 years, I've got like 1,200 videos of different things I talk about and teach.
Okay, so you're not gonna. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is we've got access to a lot of that teaching, so we can plug in a lot of that and going back. Would that be a helpful course to go through, or not?
No, not for you guys.
Okay.
Because I always ask what the goal is. Well, I don't anymore, but for you guys, the blueprint I laid out today
Okay.
is basically what you saw with the TikTok thing with your company. Collect emails, send them to a Friday meeting to recruit more reps or to make more sales. And you would not deviate from that. Because if you look at my courses, my passion is getting famous, like globally famous, like Gary Vaynerchuk, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I talk about that a lot. Like Octo content is about that, building a list of 1 million followers. That's what I work. That's for me. A lot of the stuff I teach is not tied to sales. Some of it is. That's why I asked you guys, what do you guys want to accomplish? You guys want to get, so in that case, your list would be tailored to what you're trying to do with Newtonics. If you looked at content creators level 1 to level 10, that's a course that teaches people how to make videos. So, because there's so many skills that people require in this industry that creating videos is a challenge. If you look at a shitty video, nobody's going to register for your webinar. If you look at a well-crafted video, you'll get a ton of registrations. And the content itself is a skill. Like when I say I make it super short and super painful if they don't take action, that's like a skill within the skill. Because you guys know how the machine works, but if you have a shitty video saying, come to my webinar, you're going to get, if you start saying, our product is the best product on the market, they don't care about that. We have the best ingredients on the planet, they don't care about that. But if you say, if you craft a good piece of content, are you sick and tired of your ex-girlfriend? Or are you sick and tired of looking like shit? That's very blunt. But you get the idea in the copy, right? Just do anything to get them on that email list. That's step one.
Okay. So you're going up and you're creating video. So is there now the content creators? That's available, but so you're saying that video should it be a 3-minute video?
Good question. For the ad itself, yeah, 1 to 3 minutes is the sweet spot. 1 minute is is 1 to 3 minutes would be exceptional.
Okay. So you've got that video. You run it. You advertise it, and in the description you place the link to.
Here's the ninja method to that, Chris. You create 20 pieces of content. Your only goal is to get them to show up on Friday or sign up for this webinar. That's your only goal. So what's the best way to get them there? Well, this is the point where you create all these autoresponders. So when someone enters their email for the 5 tips to get more energy, or like we said, once they go into your email responder, you're going to see in your back office which one they respond the best to. But at the end of the day, they're going to jump on at a certain time when the time is right for them, when you're hitting them at the right time, or maybe one of the emails will make Chris show up, but Thomas won't care about that topic. But another email will make Thomas show up and not Chris, which is why instead of counting on one video, I said, try to create 20, even if they're text-based. Like, I mean, some of my best performing ones are the ones I didn't think would perform well, and they're not videos. They're like, I'm about to take over world domination, top of the distribution channel, show up on the webinar, and I'll explain everything. I'm like, that took me 7 minutes to write that email, and that's the one that people are coming to the most. So when you do Newtonics and you say the benefits of the product, you always want to say, click this link to come to our Friday webinar. All roads lead to that webinar. So the means to make it happen, you have to take a lot of stabs at that. But the way you get around that is by having those autoresponders, because it takes the guesswork out of it. If I just had one video and I say, I hope this works for people, that sucks. If you have 40 videos, one of them is going to strike a chord at the right time. You just you took all the uncertainty. It's measurable success at that point. You're going to know after 1 month, you're going to know that if I get 100 emails, on my list, I got 18 distributors, I got 4 distributors. That will show up real quick. And then all you do is you adjust your budget to get more people's emails. So instead of focusing on all the shit that's already pre-built, you may throw in an extra email, like I said earlier, one about the vaccine, one about COVID has got the economy and frazzled there. If you're feeling like the economy is affecting you, we have a better way. Show up on Friday. So you could broadcast that to your list. And if it's a good one, you add it to your autoresponders. There's no limit to autoresponders. But at the end of the day, it's very hard to master the perfect video because we don't know what the perfect video is. We don't care about how good we look or if what we say is accurate. All we care about is it making people show up on Friday? Because on Friday, you got this. Making the sales is not the hard part, by the way. Getting them to show up is the hard part. If they're going to show up on your webinar, 90% of the battle's done. Just do a decent job selling. It's true.
Yeah.
Like the people that show up on the TikTok webinar, it's unbelievable how many. You're going to tweak things as you go, but there's so many advantages. Go ahead, ask.
Okay, so I want to go back to the platform for the video that says to TikTok. Is that because there's so many people out there on TikTok, and like on Facebook, really the only people I'm going to see are my 5,000, whereas TikTok, it's going to have more of an audience?
Great question. Let me explain what I do. This is what I do as Marc Lalonde. I go where the money is. If I see something and I I ask the people, I'll explain what I mean by this. I find out what people want and I give it to them and I sell it to them, I mean. Instead of having a thing and trying to make them buy my thing, I find out what they want and I create it and I sell it to them because they asked for it. So here's what I mean by that. TikTok just came out a couple of years ago. I had no intention on going on that damn thing. But I'm like, it's bananas. I uploaded a video. It got 1.8 million views. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's 1.8 million people. What the hell? That's like, they're people. So I'm going to do a work from home thing. Surely there'll be people who want freedom to work from home, entrepreneurship, right? It's 1.8 million people. I'll take 1% of those people buy a work from home course or an MLM, right? Wrong. You know why? Because they don't care about that. You know what they care about on TikTok? More followers. I didn't know that. I'm like, followers don't mean shit, but I don't care what they need. I care what they want. What do they want to pay me for? And I just kept seeing it. More followers, more followers, more followers. So what did I do? I figured out how to get more followers and I turned it into a course. And then as soon as I said, who wants more followers? They go, me, 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 me. In the tens, hundreds of thousands, I'm like, I got to create that course because that's why TikTok, because right now it's the craziest thing in the news and everywhere. And it's easy to get a lot of views and because that's what they want. So that funnel is like, it's not my life. It's just another $1 million income stream for me. And what I do is I'm always sniffing around. I'm not going to lie. I'm always kind of looking around. If something pops up and I see a pocket of money right there, well, then I'll probably not anymore, but that's how that was built. I just used what I know, created an autoresponder for that list, which is the webinar. They go on the webinar and then they get pitched to show up at the webinar all the time. So that's all that does. Does that mean, I just want to explain why TikTok, because I throw ads to that webinar, but the ads could be anywhere. My Facebook ads are super simple. It's that video you just saw. This is how simple this is. Is the video you just saw targeted to, in Facebook ads, interest TikTok, interest entrepreneur. They're the only people who are going to see it. And I don't want to do just interest TikTok because kids are not going to buy my course. And I don't want to put interest just entrepreneur because they don't want TikTok. And once you combine those in the ad in the back office, it's only shown to people who have the entrepreneur interest and the TikTok interest. They're going to see my video. And well, I mean, I could go a little deeper because I mean, I'm pretty technical at this point. If people watch 3 seconds of that video on Facebook, they fall into a Facebook custom audience. They're pixeled in Facebook, so they keep seeing that ad until they show up on my webinar every morning.
How does that work?
Okay. It's called an engagement ad in Facebook. So the way it works is you upload your video to a business page, create a Facebook business page. There's a lot of information, eh? You don't need all this. These are like, I'm giving you everything, but it doesn't take that to build a team of 100,000 people. But if you do all these things I'm telling you, you're just going to dominate whatever you're doing. Like
Well, and then you have control to keep going everywhere. This is my thing. I built those teams 3 times, but I didn't collect the data that you did. So
yeah.
like, I'm still, you know, I'm a month into a new launch, and every day I remember somebody that was on my fucking team, right? But it shouldn't have to be like that. If I had them into something where like literally every week I'm doing training seminars for my team already, right?
Tom,
if I kept up doing this, I'd never have to do that.
Don't even worry about the people from the past. There's so many fucking fish in the sea. Okay.
For sure. But if you're collecting them, what I'm saying is if you're collecting like you are now, it doesn't matter. It's just, it's still going out to them too and more people.
Yeah.
I've never collected the data before, so I haven't actually made use of the contacts I've made.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the key here. But there's a lot of what we talked about tonight. What is it? You're in Vancouver?
Well, Kelowna right now, it's 4 o'clock.
Okay. No, so it's like, yeah, there's a lot there, but with this, you don't want to know how hard this was to figure out. Like,
Yeah, okay. You were getting into the business Facebook page, so I upload a video.
yeah, here's how that works. You upload a video on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Well, you can, it's so simple, bro. People overcomplicate this. You don't need to be a Facebook ads master. You go boost post. When you boost post, you go engagement ad. Engagement, that's what it's called, an engagement video ad. And when you place that ad, you also want to create a custom audience. So you have that custom audience. So let's call your ad New Tonics. Let's call your custom audience New Tonics. Your custom audience is bare now. It's blank. There's nobody in it. This is a Facebook audience, no emails, nothing. When you create your ad, you say, it gives you an option. If people watch 3 seconds of your video, put them in that custom audience. 3 seconds. So if they watch that TikTok ad for 3 seconds, they don't have to fill anything out. They go in that custom audience. Then I have another.
How does that happen though? What does that? Like, what makes that happen? How do you set that?
You say engagement post, and Facebook will say, what do you want your post to do? Something like that. And it says, go to a custom audience. It's very clear in the back office. It gets you to select your New Tonics custom audience, throw them in there. It says, throw them in that custom audience. And then it says, when? After 50% of your video watch time, after 3 seconds, after 90%. So if you put 3 seconds, they fall into that. So here's how that looks. If your ad is running and you got no webinar registrations, go to your custom audience the next day. You'll see like 200 people. You'll be like, holy shit, there's people in there now. That's going to build fast. And then when you run another ad, or you should have 2 ads, or you can run that same ad to your custom audience. So the people that saw 3 seconds of it will keep seeing that video.
New stuff. Yeah.
You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know this is going to sound really silly, but it's one of the major things that held me back. Do you know anything about how to get your boost turned back on? 3 years ago, when I was doing my ads, they shut down my capability to boost. Am I fucked for good on that? Do I have to start a new account? What do I do?
Brother, I hate Facebook.
Yeah, me too.
I fucking hate them. That's why I'm not on it anymore. I run ads, but I keep getting shut down.
Yeah.
All the time.
And they shut down your boost too?
Yeah, I got it back just recently. I don't know if you saw my post. I'm like, thank you, Face. Because
they're watching.
I was at 10 grand a day on Facebook 3 years ago. I think the last time we spoke. I had scaled up to 10 grand in Facebook ads 3 years ago, I think. 10 grand a day. I was at 9,200 a day in profit. Back then, that was big for me. That was a big deal. Not anymore, though. I'm good. But back then, that was like a milestone. And that's all I fucking knew was Facebook ads. Yeah. So when they didn't only shut down my ad account, they shut down my whole account. Try getting that back. So not only did I lose all my ad accounts, but I lost my Facebook account. Remember I was on Facebook before I disappeared?
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell happened to you.
They just shut me down for no reason that they will tell me. I guess that's my point. Try getting on with, if I can't get on with Facebook, I tried for like 6 months because I lost all my domains. I had like facebook.com/thewealthytrainer, facebook.com/Branding YOUniversity. Plus I had all my contacts, Ray Higdon, all the people, Tony, like the people I was connected with, gone. They think I died. I don't have their emails. Marc Lalonde just disappeared. And I can't get it back. So I'm like, fuck. So just this year or last year, I got back on Facebook, a whole brand new account. And I started running ads. They shut down my ad account. I'm like, fuck you. I ain't going through this stress no more. I almost last time it happened. Fucking
So mad.
stressful.
Yeah.
So then, but I learned a lot of other ads since then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I said, I'm not falling victim no more. And
Yeah.
now I advertise on MSN, New York Times website, MSNBC websites, like the big newspaper sites now, native
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah.
But Facebook is extremely profitable, but it's just one of them now because I tippy-toe with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't push the envelope with them. You know, you can't say, you can't even say the word fat, or you can't even say the word lose weight or get more energy. They won't let that go. What the hell?
Wow.
So to answer your question, I don't know, bro. If Facebook bans you, it's hard, man. I had different laptops going. They wouldn't let me open another account. They had like probably pixel recognition. They made me, I had to do I did the crime, I had to do the time. Like they said, you got to wait like 2 years. What?
I wonder, I mean, mine's been off for quite a bit, but the workaround I did for a bit, and I lost this contact, but what he did was he created me a second Thomas Fraser Facebook, right? I made that guy the admin of my normal Facebook page, and then we were running the ads through his name. So he was an admin, so I had dual, but it's a lot of extra, you know what I mean, fucking around for something that should be so simple, right? When I'm trying to keep it, because I you know, it's extra time logging in, logging out, which I know is silly to worry about, but I was just wondering if there is another workaround. I think I'll have to try that again because I need it. The Facebook ads were nice. I mean, I've learned that you just got to be very, very, very careful, like so very broad, you know, like you can't pinpoint anything. And I was going hard. I had like super hot chicks and people were getting, you know, a weekend with a Playboy model that I knew. And I went a little bit too crazy.
Yeah. And they're expensive, right? I mean, like if you don't have a machine set up or something that converts, what are you going to place an ad to? So it's like there's so much. What's more important than the ad is the machine, because if you can do a Facebook Live on your wall and say click the link in the description, over time you're going to start collecting emails. Well, here's what I do, right? Like I do a piece of content. It's going out on 16 platforms. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, like if I do a piece of content, it goes out on 16 platforms minus Facebook. It's the only one I don't use because I got a grudge. I'm pissed off. But it goes on LinkedIn. It goes on every single platform that exists and all the podcasts. So what happens with that is it collects leads and it allows me to test the free traffic quick. Because if your thing is not generating leads for free, don't do paid ads.
Yeah.
I mean, just when you do your live videos, that'll give you an indication if your machine's working. If you do a live video and you say, show up on my Friday Zoom, click the link in the description always.
Yeah.
Because you want to collect their email. So if you do a Facebook Live for, I don't know, this will prove whether your system is built right. And you say, this Friday, I want to share what I'm doing. It could be that simple. Keep it ambiguous. Keep it curiosity. And then if someone comes in and puts in their email, one person, it goes in your autoresponder. You see it back there, and it says fired off the first message. And the next day, it'll say fired off the second message. And they show up at your webinar, and you have one person on that you're talking to. Good. You know that your machine works.
So what do you mean by that though? So click what are they clicking? And again, please, I'm not going to say yep, but I don't understand. So I'm doing
it's a lot of shit. It's a lot coming at you.
So I'm doing a Facebook Live. I'm telling them to click what? I've put a link to my eWeber account.
You put, would you like to see one of my capture pages that aWeber creates?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I think that would answer for me too.
Okay, so if I go, we can go to my TikTok account actually. So for my TikTok, for example, I don't promote the webinar on my TikTok. What I do is I go, see the link in the description right here? Once you open it, this is an AWeber form. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And in my video, I won't play it all. Well, welcome to my email. In the video, this lead capture, I give away gift cards. That's hard. That's my pitch to get the lead. So when they land here, it says enter your information, and this is how I collect the lead. So from here, if you look at one of my TikToks, I'll just go like really quick. I'll find one. Which one? Which one? I think these are all that. I think these are the ones. Let's go to this.
Do you want a gift card? Here we go. Tell me what you want right here, right now. Then tap the link in my bio and watch the 2-minute video there. Go. Do you want a gift card?
Okay, so.
Do you want a gift card? Here we go.
Okay, so when I do those, that's what they do. They tap the link in my bio. They end up here. This is the AWeber form. Now, again, this is for my personal brand, okay? This is, it's not for the TikTok course because in my, all different reasons I do different things, but it's all the same concept. So this is not going to a webinar in this case, but this is how I collect that email. If I were to say, show up on my webinar, this is what this capture page looks like. I showed you, so I'm still collecting the email right here, but this one's not done through AWeber, but that's the automated webinar. So what you would do is you would go like this. You would say, show up on my web, or come on the Zoom, or no, because you're doing a giveaway, remember? You're doing a PDF. So when they enter this email, they're going to know to come to your Zoom, Tom, by your autoresponders, because your autoresponder will say, come to my Zoom on Friday. Because you don't want to deviate from getting their email, because once you have their emails, you can say what you want in the emails.
And the autoresponder is responding to them where? They've clicked into your link and then the autoresponder starts hitting them, or?
Yeah.
My problem, whenever I think about autoresponder, I'm thinking messenger. So I'm trying to get my,
AWeber, what Chris has, once you get their email in your list, and in AWeber it says follow-up messages, and you pre-write them, and one says send immediately, the next one says send 1 day later, the next one says send 1 day later, the next one says send 1 day later, and that's what they're going to receive over the whatever next. I do it for 3 months, but you could also log into your AWeber tomorrow and say, it's a beautiful, whatever, I don't even know what fucking day we are. The price of freedom is Wednesday. It's a beautiful hump day. Happy hump day. I'm hosting something tonight, guys. Come, here's the Zoom link. So you can do them as often as you want. That's the beauty of a list. Fuck Facebook. Fuck social media. If you have a list and you want to do you have a new Newtonics product, send an email to your list and say, we're meeting tonight, guys. Here's the Zoom link. No registration required. Make sense?
So the giveaway that you promoted early on is a PDF, something catchy that people want to have. 5 steps to better health.
Well, let me ask you this, Chris. What is, like, this is just off the record, but what is Newtonics? What you can tell me. You wouldn't want to put this in your sales pitch, but what does it do?
Well, so there's 4 product lines.
Okay.
There's a wellness line, there's a skincare line, and then weight loss. So you kind of fall into 4 categories. But if you were going to ask what benefits would be like dealing with anxiety and depression, weight loss, and probably, just overall wellness, like in the probiotic and some other things there. But then also like the skin and, but I would say go back to, anxiety and depression and dealing with energy. Those are probably the best things to promote.
And sleep. Well, we've got a sexy sleep gummy. Everybody's looking for sleep. So the calm in that, you know, again, destroying anything that people are having a major problem with. So a lot of people can't have sleep. It'd be a really easy one to do ad campaign around.
Yeah.
And it's something that people really struggle with. And in weight loss, there's a huge amount of competition out there, but I think the sleep's pretty cool. There's TBD stuff. Yeah.
Here's how you get the right lead bait for that. You don't guess. You go in Google and you type in sleep remedies or insomnia solutions, because Google's going to give you at the top what the most popular thing that people want. Then it's going to say 4 steps to get better sleep. And what you do is you take 3 of them. No product, bro. You say 3 of them. Let's say number 1 is drink more water. Number 2, have decaf tea. Number 3 is stretch. Number 4 is turn off the lights. I'm just making that up. But you go in your video, you go, first thing you want to do is the bang. Second thing you want to do is bang. Third thing you want to do is bang. And the fourth thing, the most important thing that you are doing that is stopping you from sleeping, I want to share with you in a 1-minute video. Put your email below and it'll be sent to you right away.
All right.
You got me?
Okay.
So I'm doing gift cards, but because in your short little video, you give them the 3. They want the 4th at this point. They've invested this time. And in your first autoresponder, all you have is the link that says, thank you. You don't even say anything. You go, here's the 4th thing. And you send them to a video that says, oh, hello again. The 4th thing is shut the lights off, make it nice and dark. Thank you for, I hope this helps. Leave it at that, because now they're on your email list. So when you get your next email tomorrow, we're having a webinar tomorrow to increase, then you could do a pitch to show up at your Zoom.
Okay.
You're about to explode, bro. You just got the crazy secrets there, bro.
Man, this is amazing.
The content I'm excited about, because I find that part easy. I still got to figure out how and where to put my time into putting it out there. Like the only thing I know is the Facebook ad campaign, and I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm going to try and figure that out. Where else would you focus if you're only going to say focus in 3 areas?
If I would focus on something, it would be crafting your Friday presentation. Crafting that. So you know what to say. The thing you do with a person, like when I do MLM back in the day, I had a thing I would say. Like, do you at all keep your options open? I had a presentation. I did. So when I met with someone, I'd have some kind of, I would have presentations. So I don't know if you want to see should I show you mine?
Yeah,
I can
please.
show you. I could show you one of my MLM funnels. It may be very, it may be, I have so many of these going on, by the way. I'll show you my MLM one. What's that one? The reverse. This is my newest one. It's not, I don't think it's working. Yeah, it is. It's going to be ready next week. So with this one, this is a little different, but it'll give you the idea, I think. Now I'm getting more advanced as I move forward in my career. So you're going to see a lot of freaky shit going on here, but ignore it. It's just, I just want to make more money with less work. I'm just doing things that are just a little extremely technical and extremely effective. I'm tightening those conversions, bro. I'm sick of making, I want to make, I just want to make more money without doing nothing. So I'll show you what the presentation looks like. Hey guys, what's up? What? You hear that?
Yeah.
So in this case,
How's it going? Hi.
Look,
How's it going?
I go like this. I talk about,
So this is what it looks like.
see, I talk about that product. That's a product that I'm funnelizing, I guess I could say. So that's an MLM. So the way I structure my MLM webinars is I always start with the product benefits. Okay? before I jump into the business.
Yeah.
So I go here, I talk about the product,
It's a little patch.
and then what I want to do is I share a company video because those are powerful. Every company's got their promotional videos, right? So I'll go like this.
It's off.
I'll be, hold on. Okay. So I'll go like this. I'll just play it.
And let's watch that.
And then I play a company video.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of...
So I'm watching the company video with them.
Yeah.
Now, when the company's video is over, I go, wasn't that amazing?
Because you will forget. Then afterwards, contact the person who invited you here.
Can you see what I'm doing? So now as I go here, then I go into more videos, more testimonials. You're going to see me share like, now here it gets really scary.
That's crazy.
This is how I have an auto recruiting machine for MLMs. Like if I join an MLM, I'm number one because of this, because I don't have to be there to sign them up. I pitched, check this out. I go to testimonials.
Day by day.
Okay, see the testimonials here, guys?
Back pain is not.
See those testimonials? So what I do, this is like super ninja, but I share testimonials of real people like that. I can't get out of bed. Sorry. It's all the emotional testimonials. And then I jump back and I tell them how to sign up immediately. I go,
Day by following screen.
I go here, go as a distributor, go here. Welcome to the team. I'll see you on the inside, because then they get plugged in. So after I do this, look, I'm only halfway through the webinar, but I already closed them. This is called straight line selling. So if they're still on, I'm not done. I'm going to share another testimonial. Look, another testimonial. Then what do I do after that? I keep closing them. I do it over and over.
Anyone
Paid every, but they come in so often that I don't remember.
There's another one. So I basically, in one webinar, I start like this. Thanks for showing up, guys. I do my thing. I say, this product is changing lives, blah, blah, blah. Here's some testimonials. Then I go, we also, if you want the product, do this. Sign up here, da, 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 da. So that's how I get customers as I'm sleeping all the time, because this thing's running all the time. And if they want to be a promoter, well, then I say to be a distributor, go here. So it's like an auto recruiting and customer machine. It's just happening all the time. You know, I'm just working on that thing, which evolves around one presentation. It's just a presentation. It's no different than if you were talking to a hotel room of people. Whatever you would do to your hotel room of people, you do in your presentation. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's what I would craft first. Now there's a couple of things here, guys. There's a lot of moving parts in what I told you, but you keep in mind too, this is like the expert of expert of expert of expert of expert. So nobody can do this, and like almost on the planet at this level. So don't be like, well, I can't do that tomorrow. Nobody can do this tomorrow. This is why corporations pay me like fuckloads of money to build this for them, because it's not being done. So don't look at the whole staircase. Just take the next step. That's the best thing I could say to you. Because if you look at the whole thing, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? You won't start. But if you start with the presentation video first, then maybe you can integrate it into Webinar Jam. Then maybe you could do the ad video. Then you could think about getting the chat in there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get all motivational on you.
No. That's fucking awesome.
I don't want to get motivation. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know, if it would be okay with you to follow up with you down the road.
I don't know, bro. maybe. No, maybe, but I'll time it. And well, no, we can follow up. But I just can't.
Because, I mean, you've been so gracious going well over the time we scheduled. And so I'm not talking about next week. I'm just saying there's a lot here, and I think we can you also have the system that, we were bought into. So we've got some information there. I like the Okta, I'm going to try to figure out how, through that process, I'm sure you'll explain how to get all that content out to all those 8 different platforms. You said you're on 16, so that'll be interesting to figure that out.
Let me give you an order of priority in my strong opinion.
Thank you. No, that's what I want. Yeah.
Because there's so many things to attain different goals of what I do. Now, to get more reps and get more customers, what we shared tonight, I would get a presentation done up in video form, an outline, I guess, if you will. And then I would work on the setting up your Aweber lead account, which probably won't take you that long. Make up a couple of emails, start populating those, and make a video inviting people to a webinar. And you start uploading that video randomly everywhere just to see the pulse of what's going on. And the outline to the presentation in the beginning, you're going to want to probably do it live, but I know it's extremely important to have an outline when the purpose is to recruit and sell and not just ramble. Rambling is good for nurturing and Facebook and all that stuff, getting them to know you. But if they show up on your webinar, I don't know if you guys want to see some of my paperwork. Like I literally, when I do one of these webinars, it's crafted over probably 20 pages, bubbles and entities. Like I start by showing them this product, then I plug in this video, then I do this, and then I condense it down to 1 page in bullets. So if I were to do it live, I'd be like, welcome everybody. I'd like to get started by thanking you for your time. Number 2 is, here's my promise to you. It's a structure. Promise to you is super important in a webinar. I don't want to waste your time. So here's the order. I'm going to give you the whole webinar blueprint, the whole presentation blueprint. Thank you for coming. You will not be disappointed. I will not waste your time. Here's my promise to you. And then you say the promise. When you leave here today, you will, you'll have the opportunity to change your family tree forever, have a home business, better your health, and help the ones you love. That's an example, but it's pretty good, actually. And then you get going and you jump right in and you talk about the product and you just because it's MLM, you do what you would do at a home party. Like you do what you would do at a hotel meeting. It's the same idea. The thing you should celebrate the most, in my strong opinion, more than a sale itself, is once you get good at collecting emails. If there's anything you should work on getting good at, is collecting emails. Because once you collect emails, instead of doing a Facebook Live, you're doing it to your list. Yeah. Nobody knows how big my audience is, and I love it. Nobody knows how much money I make, and I love it. I learned it the hard way about talking about my income and making my audience available. Like
question on email list. Is there a way to make a value of just a random email list? Like say I've got 100,000 emails that I may or may not have garnered from an auto dealership company.
May or may not have.
No. Is there a way to make use of those 100,000 emails?
No. I mean, no. Because every email I generate is my face. Every email I generate is my face. It's called celebritization. You're saying starstruck, Chris. There's something called watch time in someone's psyche. Watch time is like getting someone's attention is the hardest thing to do. It's harder than making a sale. Try getting someone to sit through an hour of you talking. It's the hardest thing to do. But if you can get someone to listen to your voice and watch your face, either or, for a total of, I'll repeat that, a total of 25 hours over time, they're going to buy anything from you, and they will be starstruck. So if you get their email by you being you, not from perhaps a car dealership that doesn't know your face, if they see you and you say enter your email and they enter their email, they know you.
For sure. I just wondered if there was any sort of conversion rate within that where you could, even if you did 500.
Honestly, bro.
Not worth the time?
No, because you're going to get a couple of things are going to happen. Number one is you're going to get a bunch of rejected emails. And that doesn't work well with the interwebs algorithms. So your AWeber will kind of get a little bit blacklisted. You'll fall into spam folders. So the best thing is if you were to get 20 emails per day, 20, you will be rich over time and famous. You'll be rich and famous at 20 emails per day. And just keep in touch with them, like through email. Like when I do a piece of content every Friday, do you know how many people tune into my piece of content now every Friday? It's ridiculous. A lot.
How many?
A lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not 1 million yet, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to take too long. Not at all. Not because I'm getting better or not because my content is more strategic. It's because more people are getting added to that list. And every Friday when I say, how to get over your own fear, that could be a topic. The content's the same. But the reason I'm getting more rich and more famous is because there's just more people watching the same thing I'm putting out every Friday. So when we talked a couple of years ago, I started setting all this stuff up. I think back then I was at 600,000 emails when we used to talk. Now I've focused. I still do the same thing, except instead of putting my video on Facebook, which is a complete waste of time, I put it on my blog, the one you saw, and every Friday I go, here's your Friday content. And I could see in my blog statistics how many people saw that content. And if I want to sell something, you got me?
Yeah. Wow. I like it. And I got to hop off because I got to do a training Zoom here for my guys. And I mean, if I could reach right through the screen and give you an HJ right now, I would, bro. I swear.
Hey,
I love you.
I just don't want you to, I want you to understand, guys, that it'll seem super tough to build. It'll seem super hard to build the pieces, and a lot of shit's not going to work. You'll have to YouTube certain things. You have to be a little resourceful along the way. But I promise you this, it's time well invested, because once you know how to build this, you'll never have to, you can apply it to anything. I mean, anything. I've proven that. I'm using it right now to get super famous. So that I'm on, I don't know if you can see that, but see the leaders up there, Ty Lopez, Gary Vee. I'm in the middle there. That's my vision.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah, I want the Tony Robbins fame type thing. My ego's kicking in. So I'm like, good. I'm at the point where I'm using that machine to get me famous. And I want to say that because it doesn't have to be different verticals. I'm getting one set up for fucking meditation, spirituality world, one for skincare. Like once you can do it once, you, my friend, are you're worth you're kidnap worthy.
Yeah, well, no, you are kidnap worthy. You figured it out. Like at the end of, you know what I mean. And I gotta go, but I just to give the respect that you've done. Just before we had kind of, you know, when you dropped off Facebook for there, I know because I thought I had it, right? I thought I had it, and I had 2 email campaign experts, and I had guys that worked in the, you know, different industries, but we were kind of getting there. And I just opened up my bank account to them, right? And I got enough that I figured we were almost there. But I didn't have my eye directly on it enough, and I let them go wild. And it ended up costing me over 160 grand to make the mistake of realizing that my conversion wasn't there, and they were putting their efforts in the totally completely wrong direction. So It's seeing how much you simplified it. And I mean, I was there, like all of the stuff that you're doing. I had way more complicated systems than this. My systems just weren't doing what you were doing, right? And because I was missing the magic. The magic's in those finite things. That's why I'm trying to tell everybody when I'm training, listen to every fucking thing I'm saying, because I'll have people try and replicate what I'm teaching and they're missing the magic. It sounds the same, but they're missing that point that closes. They're missing that point that replicates, right? I'm sitting here absorbing that, and just my mind's blown. I can't stop kind of building in my head, which I got to stop because now Chris and I have to go and do a training program on something way more simple and less sexy. And I'm trying to dumb my brain down to fucking teach what I have to go teach right now. And all I want to do is go, holy fuck! I literally want to lock myself in a hotel room with a computer nerd for 1 week straight. That's what I want to do right now.
Awesome. So yeah, you hit me up. We'll do a follow up. We'll do a follow up.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Talk soon.
I wasn't gonna beg, but I was gonna beg. So fuck you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.